Back at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So I got a question a couple of days ago. This dude's having a lot of problems with women. I think they've been dating for a little over a year now. He said he's been having a lot of problems. He's confused. He's kind of all over the place, to be honest. He sounds like the typical beta dude that, they graduated from high school, went to college, graduated from college. He came out of college, got a decent paying job. The girl he got with, he met in college. They moved together. He didn't tell me what town, what city, but they lived together. After about a year or two, things started to get rocky after they moved together. And he seemed to have a lot of expectations. More than likely, she has a lot of expectations as well. This is pretty much the common scenario. You have two people that met while they were in college, and they decided that they wanted to be together after, before they even graduated college. So they just, they plan on being together, and as time went on, things are just not working out as planned. And the reason why this happens is because a lot of people have the wrong information. They just don't have the right tools, and they don't know how to get past the problem. And one of the main problems is, man, the beta guys are always gonna have these types of problems until they make a decision to become their best version of self. Meaning that at the end of the day, women like being around guys that are moving and shaking. They like guys that are producers. They're producing something. They have tangibles. Women like security. Women like being around guys that are going somewhere, that have potential, that are driven to be more, to become more. A lot of people will tell you, hey, happy life, happy wife, listen to the woman, whatever the woman says, just do it, make her happy. That doesn't work. The reason why a woman would say that is because she thinks that it would work for her because she saw her friends. And she just assumes that her friends are happy as well, even though those couples aren't really happy. There's people unhappy in those couples with her friends. But in most cases, people know how to put on a good face. So, you got the blind leading the blind. You have people lying about how happy they are, but they're really miserable. I'll give you an example. I have a friend. She called me up like 2 weeks ago and said she's been miserable for 2 years. So all of this time, she's been putting on a good face, and she, lo and behold, she was about to damn near have a nervous breakdown. So you just can't believe everything people say. You gotta take what women say, especially with a grain of salt. So the problem with a lot of guys, man, they're doing things to be more like women. And when I see and hear guys do a lot of things today, sometimes I cringe because I know that women don't like stuff like that. Women don't like when guys kind of take on a woman's persona sometimes. It's like when guys say they're gonna do something and don't do it. When guys talk that talk, say what they're gonna do, and it's just all talk. It's not intangible. It's nothing, nothing comes about what they talking about. And see, when you do that, you give the woman the green light to do the same thing. She's gonna think, hey, it's cool, he's doing it, but it ain't cool. You should be a man of your word. You should be a stand-up guy. And see, somehow in today's time, that way of thinking has gotten lost. And one of the most important things in any relationship with a woman is respect. Respect should be on the top of the list. Now, some people say, oh, what about the money? What about the cars, the clothes, the jewelry? Well, here's the deal. If you get the respect, the rest of that stuff usually takes care of itself. If you don't have respect, you can't even really make money like you want to. You're going to struggle. If you don't have respect, when you go outside, leave your house and go out into these streets and meet people, whether it's at your job, whether it's on vacation, whether it's at events, people aren't going to really gravitate towards you because they don't respect you. Now, I'm not talking about fear. Now, some people will say, well, if they don't respect me, I'll just beat it out of them. I'll beat it in them. No, don't do that. That's probably not a good idea today because, people will, you might end up in jail. I'll just say that. And that's more fear-based. And see, that doesn't last long, and you might end up in jail. And most of the time, people will grow to resent you if they fear you. And then if they resent you, they'll start doing things to work against you, to pull you down, to destroy you, to get you into trouble. So that's why the fear approach to, I'll just beat her up or choke him out, or that respect is earned. You have to be consistent in who you are and doing what path you want to take. Like, for example, when you show up, you have to consistently be that same person. Now, some people will say, well, I just keep it real. Well, that's cool. Keeping it real is cool, but what people really want, what women really want, is they want a guy that's consistent, who they are. So every time you show up at that job, whether you like it or not, be consistent in who you are. Represent that person, that form, that fashion, in whoever you are. That's what people really want. That's what women really want. Now, some people are kind of prostituted the phrase "keep it real." They kind of taking it out of context, But most people don't really most women don't really want to keep it real. They don't really want you to keep it real. Because see, most women are kind of like in a fantasy world. They don't want to get out of that fantasy world. What's a better approach is just being consistent, showing up every day and being that person. Whether it's on the job, whether it's in your household, whether it's with your friends, your family, whoever. That consistency, that forces people damn near to give you respect. And respect, I found that you can't put anything above respect. Respect comes before love, money, cars, clothes, any and everything. And as a matter of fact, there's a Jay Prince. He's if you're in the music, he's a music executive of I forgot the name of the record label. He's a music executive of a record label, Rap-A-Lot Records. He's an executive of Rap-A-Lot Records, founder. and he wrote a book called The Science of Respect. And in his book, he talks about how basically him being respected by so many people in the music business has pretty much laid the blueprint of how to do business. That's what the whole book is really all about. Of course, yeah, it talks about how he grew up and how he came to be in a record exec in the music business, and how all the groups of people he produced, and all that came about. But all that started with respect. The respect comes before any and everything. You have to live it. And respect comes before everything. Everything. It's nothing that comes before respect. If you get the respect from people, from a person, everything else usually takes care of itself. However, now if for some reason you don't get respect, if for some reason I don't get respect, I feel like I'm being disrespected by this person, well, that's my exit to leave, because this is not going to end up right. This is not going to end up, because I'm not going to tolerate being disrespected. So I know who I am, and I know how I am. So it's my best bet to just exit, leave that environment, leave that, those surroundings, and just go elsewhere. Because I know how I am, and I know how I get down, and I'm not going to tolerate but so much. So at the end of the day, respect is critical. You can't go without it. You can't buy it. The reason why so many beta guys have so many problems is because they're trying to do everything else except for getting respect. That's the thing, And see, this is like a lost art in this society. Everyone wants everything else outside of themselves. They want all the, cars, clothes, the awards, whatever, but people don't respect you. They resent you. So if they resent you, they're gonna try to destroy you or take all your money. You can't even make money like you want to if you don't have respect. You always be struggling. You always be trying to figure out how to pay rent, how to pay your phone bill or the light bill, or your car note paid. People won't think highly of you if they don't respect you. And it doesn't matter what type of relationship you had with the woman either. It doesn't matter. I've had relationship with all types of women from all walks of life, but they respected me. So they knew not to cross me. And if they did cross me, they got away from me. Because that's how much respect they had for me. Because I guess they were kind of nervous. They didn't know what I would do if they were to see me or whatever. And that's cool. And that's respect. That's how much respect they had for me. Now, I know, the beta males make the world go round, but until you earn the respect, you're gonna always have the same old problems, man. So hey, if you need any help with that, man, just go to Amazon and get my top-selling book, Love Can't Wait, on Amazon.com. That'll help you out, point you in the right direction. And I'll challenge you. If you get my book, Love Can't Wait, read it 5 to 10 times, your relationships will never be the same ever again. Never be the same ever again. And you might be asking, well, why do you say that? Because I've had hundreds and hundreds of people that have told me this. I have countless amounts of emails. People have said, hey man, I read your book. You know, I finally got it. I read the book like 5-10 times. One dude said he read it 20 times. And it started to click. He had a breakthrough, and he started to have more women than he knew what to do with. So I'll challenge you. Read Love Can't Wait 5 to 10 times. You never see relationships ever the same again. You never see women ever the same again. You know. So hey, hopefully that helps you out. Tell me what you think below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Give him something